Welcome back to Raven Watch. I'm Jordan Yaney. Another Saturday night football game and another comeback win for our Raven football team. The team fell behind 20-0 in the first half, with Cincinnati Christian capitalizing on a pair of blocked punts. The Ravens went into halftime trailing by 13 after quarterback Tyson Harley found Elijah Crow for an 11-yard touchdown late in the second quarter. The third quarter belonged to the Ravens, with John L. Wortham and P.J. Williams each scoring long touchdowns to give the team a 21-20 lead heading into the fourth quarter. After a field goal made by the Eagles, it was up to the Ravens to march down the field on a game-winning drive with time running out in the fourth quarter. With less than a minute to play, Harley found sophomore Zach Talent on a slant for a 31-yard game-winning touchdown and a final score of 27-23. Harley was named the HCAC Offensive Player of the Week with 334 passing yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. We had a chance to speak to Coach Rock after the game. Here's what he had to say.
Really, to be honest with you, at halftime, I really just talked to our team about how in the world are we going to stop this block punt nonsense, okay? So that converted to 2 scores for them. So when offense is doing their job and defense is doing their job and we have a letdown in special teams, every special teams play is a big play. So really, at halftime, I turned into the not-so-nice Coach Rock, and I questioned their character and their ability to do their job and who was going to step up. And then, fortunately, we came out, and I don't even know if we had to punt in the second half. But bottom line is that was the extent of what I had to say at halftime. Other than I did when we're walking out, I told the entire team, we have to replicate exactly what we did last week in order to have a chance to win this game. And the look in our guys' eyes that we're going to do that.
2-0. Tell me how that feels.
It's an unreal feeling, honestly. I couldn't imagine being 2-0. I thought we still had a lot of growing to do to get where we would actually win. I knew we would be competitive this year. I knew at the end of the season last year when we made some adjustments and changes and we asked some guys to move on because of some character issues. When we came out here for our spring practices, we had a bunch of guys that believed in what we were trying to do, did a phenomenal job. Then we knew having a full year to recruit the guys that we have here in this freshman class, that we'd have the right kind of guys end up here on campus. And they've really become a team, and that family concept is something we preach every day. And you see us, we get our breakdown on family, and it means something now.
The men's and women's tennis teams were in action over the weekend as well, with the women taking down reigning conference champion Hanover 6-3 on Saturday and defeating Trine Sunday 5-4. Katrina Bourbon was undefeated on the weekend out of her #1 singles spot, helping to lead the Lady Ravens to a red-hot 5-1 start to their season. The men fell to the Thunder 9-0 in the second of their 4 fall matches. The women will face Mount St. Joseph Saturday, and the men will join them to face St. Francis on the 26th. The soccer teams played a doubleheader Saturday, with the men defeating Marietta 3-2 in the opening game. It was a scoreless first half before the Ravens' offense exploded, sparked by junior Drew Sonnefeld's first collegiate goal. Race Williams and Danny Collins followed suit, giving the team a 3-0 lead. They were able to hold off a late push from Marietta, winning 3-2 and move to 3-3 on the season. The women stayed unbeaten on the year, despite tying Alma 1-1 in the second half of the doubleheader. Morgan Reed scored the lone goal for the Ravens on an assist from Emily Buckman. They also defeated Trine last Wednesday, helping push their record to 3-0-1 on the season, with an additional win coming in an exhibition match against Ball State's club team. The volleyball team bounced back from last weekend's tough performance with a great showing at the Marissa Strong tournament, winning 3 out of their 4 games. Olivia Rice was great in the win over McMurray College, tallying 17 kills. The Ravens will host St. Mary of the Woods next Wednesday in their last non-conference game of the season. That's all we have for this week. We'd like to once again recognize our great sponsor, the Steve Folgate Agency. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on Raven Watch.